What's up, wrestling fans? Welcome back to the Okanagan Wrestling Review. As always, I'm your host, Rough Waters. Joining me today is the former Thrash Wrestling Champion, the former Big West Wrestling Champion, the former Thrash Wrestling Armstrong Metal Fest Champion. That same weekend, he won the Big West Wrestling Okanagan Cup. He was recently the winner of the Big West Wrestling K5 tournament, and as of last night, he is the new Super Evil Bloody Death Hell Elimination Tournament champion. He is the Northern Nightmare, Camaro Cope. We're going to chat about his career so far, what motivates this guy to put his body through what he does, and professional wrestling in general. You cool, bro?
Oh, I'm cool. Let's get wild, rough.
All right. Let's do this. So joining me now is Camaro Cope. Camaro, thanks so much for making time to come down here and speak with me. So let's get right into it. Last night, you must be pretty sore. Last night you were you went to hell and back. You came out on top. You're now the new Super Evil 18 champion.
Yes, yeah, I am.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I had a little bit of advantage though because Cutler jumped me right after my match with Austin. So technically, to me, it's just one big match. I only had two matches. He had three. So.
It really didn't stop. There wasn't a break between the last two.
It's
matches.
like, okay, I'm bleeding. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll go get some water out of the corner of my eye. Oh, here's a trash can lid right to the head.
Yeah. Oh, cougar meat. Sneaky son of a gun.
Is what it is.
So this is just the win last night was basically just another achievement you're adding onto your list. So as of let's just go through where exactly your relatively short career.
Yeah, pretty fresh. So.
But heavily decorated career as well. So Metal Fest champion July 2018. Big West Wrestling Okanagan Cup. Same weekend in July of 2018. Following that, Big West Wrestling Champ, November 2018. That was that 7-year itch. You won Big Red. You defeated Scarlet Black and Danny Deeds in a triple threat. Yeah. Not long after that, Thrash Wrestling Champion, April 2019. You recently won the Big West Wrestling K5 medallion. So we're going to definitely talk about that because you literally have it on you right now, and
just in case there's a ref and deals or ace walks in.
Well, you never know. You don't know what I've set up here. You don't know. So on top of that, so that was October 2019, and then as of last night, you win Super Evil 18.
Yeah.
So it's pretty impressive what you've gone through so far.
What can I say? Just be given opportunities, and every time someone tries to give me the ball, I just want to run with it.
Yeah. Well, you're also, obviously a talented young wrestler.
Thank you.
Recently, just recently interviewed Mad Dog Marty Sugar. He basically put you up on the top of the heap as far as the up and coming young wrestlers to watch. I asked him. I said, "Who do you think is the next in line here?" And basically, he thought it was you. He said that to a certain extent. So.
Oh, I appreciate that. Me and Marty have been through a lot. There's it's funny. There's about 3 times I can think about when I thought I was legitimately going to die wrestling.
Yeah.
One of those times was back in February 2019 this year. Marty Sugar took the dog collar, attacked me at a Big West show, and literally hung me in front of a bunch of people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Thankfully, Ace and Chuck were in the back and came on and saved me, but it was a little close there. But you fight someone long enough,
yeah,
and it's like that old saying: if you look into the abyss so long, the abyss looks back. You really start to understand someone.
Mm-hmm.
You really start to understand it, and I think just at this point, me and Marty have a really good understanding of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's nothing but respect for him because honestly, he gave me my first match. First match was Big West Wrestling against Eddie Osborne.
Oh yeah.
For the Okanagan Interior title.
Yeah.
He killed me, but he still gave me that opportunity.
I could imagine Eddie Osborne killed you. Yeah.
He killed me at a rock bottom, and I was like, I'm dead.
Oh yeah. Oh, so it's going to be like that. Hey?
Yeah. It was no. I think I hit like a bulldog. That was about the most offense I got, and it killed me.
Yeah. No, I've heard Eddie Osborne is a beast.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like the guy that size moves like that. That's just
right.
It's dangerous. That's a dangerous guy right there.
So you recently got back from a trip to Japan. You went with Slade the Homicidal Maniac, the Vixen Jade, and Seth Knight.
Yeah.
And you guys all went as Team Thrash to compete with Dotonbori Pro Wrestling out of Osaka, owned by Asian Cougar. So how was your experience there with that?
Honestly, it was probably the best experience of my life. I've always wanted to go to Japan. I love Japan, and it's weird. It's not like you go there and you're on another planet, like kind of weird. It's just you go there, it's similar, but it's just different, and everything's like new, and you're like, wow, this is cool. And just to honestly get this opportunity to go was like, I was like, yep, sign me in, I'm going.
Yeah, no, yeah. How could you pass that up, right?
Exactly.
Especially, I've seen some of the footage and stuff. So, comparing what you've experienced here to Japan, what are some similarities that you found, or differences?
Similarities first. Well, it's weird because the Dotonbori, a lot of the guys there, they do like a lucha style. Which is amazing. They're all incredibly talented athletes there. And they're doing stuff. I'm like, huh. Okay. But so there's a difference there because we're a little more Western here. We're a little more, we don't have much of the Mexican flair,
right?
Like they do, which that's what they got, and it's amazing. But still, like what really surprised me is like how much because you always hear the old adage that Japan crowds are very polite, very quiet. Oh, we got them riled up. We got them right into it.
Right.
Like my first match, like actually the first thing I did in a Japanese ring is I sung "Oh Canada."
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then
nice.
they just started like, cheering for it, and I'm like, oh, geez, I thought they were just gonna clap. But so like the similarities thing, I think you can work a crowd anywhere.
Yeah.
A crowd's a crowd. A crowd that wants to see wrestling doesn't matter where in the world they are if they want to see some wrestling.
Yeah. Wrestling fans are wrestling fans. Whether they're in Canada or whether they're in Japan.
Exactly, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
But I guess the similarities are harder to find, but the differences were kind of a little shocking.
In what way?
Well, the thing is, like, I'm not a relatively big guy.
Yeah.
Tall, but not the biggest
guy. Like all the flips probably, like you were saying, the Luca style is probably more prevalent there. And then did you find that there's a lot of like for lack of better words, like strong style? Are people hitting pretty hard there?
They hit hard, but like I hit hard pretty back too. So I think, well, you know who trained me, and you know who I feud with Colin Cutler.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think the word in Japan is cemento. Cemento.
For their style?
Well, when you're just stiff because.
Oh, you're stiff, yeah.
Because this is actually a funny story. So, me and Vixen Jade were in a mixed tag match.
Yeah.
And they had a young boy, can't remember his name, I'm horrible at pronouncing, I'm not going to try. If I just butcher his name and disrespect him.
Alright.
And then they had a girl, she was a fairy. So we fought a young boy and a fairy.
Okay.
Anyways, near the end of the match, he just starts laying into me, and like if you've seen anything of my work, as soon as someone starts laying into me, sometimes there's just a switch.
Yeah.
That goes off and the eyes go like a little...
Oh, you get crazy eyes.
Yeah, I get the crazy eyes.
We've all seen Camaro Cope's crazy eyes for sure.
Yeah, I think it comes out more of a necessity. I can't really turn it on and off.
Sure.
But he's just chopping me. He's laying into me and he thinks he's got it, and I just like look at him and he just knew. He knew something bad was coming. And I just like overhand chopped him, and like, I don't know what it was, but I felt my hand go right through him.
Oh yeah, nice.
And I knocked him down, and I'm like, and they're all just like, oh my God, or saying stuff in Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
I go to run off the ropes, and he ends up kicking me inside the head and hits me with a fisherman's buster, so.
Oh yeah?
So like, they're tough.
Yeah.
They're tough as nails. Though.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I'm sure they were trained. Anybody in there would be trained by Asian Cougar, so I mean, they're getting legendary training there for sure.
I had the privilege of teaming with Asian Cougar and Jaguar in Japan, and that was a fantastic match.
Nice. So, what's your favorite experience from Japan as a wrestler?
Oh, this is hard. This is a really hard one, but it's like I got to travel the world with some of my best friends, like who I consider family. And there's literally a point in that mixed tag match where me and Jay came out. We were holding up the Canadian flag.
Yeah.
And we were representing our country and the Okanagan all the way in Osaka, Japan. And that
so
was just
almost like a Heart Foundation moment there.
Exactly. It was just like it was.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Well, I know I've spoken with Seth, Slave, and Jade, and they've all said super positive things. So I'm assuming you guys would go back, or yourself, but I would assume the whole crew would go back now that there's actually this connection now between Downton Bori and Thrash Wrestling.
Well, I hope so. They're all great guys over there, and it's just like, it's amazing that it's like there's a language barrier. We're two different types of people, but at the end of the day, we all love wrestling. Yeah. So we can come together.
Wrestling brings people together.
Exactly. Wrestling brings people together.
It's true. That is true. So you obviously work with Thrash. You work with Big West Wrestling. Pacific Pro.
Yep, I worked in that one. CWE worked for us.
Of course, yeah.
I worked for All Star a couple times.
Yeah. RCW.
RCW out in Alberta. I got a double shot for that once.
So and actually I've had this conversation with other wrestlers as well. But it's and we actually mentioned this earlier. There is kind of a renaissance in wrestling. Wrestling is cool again.
Cool again. Like I'm just gonna say. You have a Hot Topic or something like that, and there's a lot of wrestling shirts out there now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was. Well, I asked Charlie, the referee Charlie, last night. He was wearing
Young Buck pants.
Oh, Young Buck pants, and I'm like, what? Where did you get those? Oh, Hot Topic.
Exactly.
Like you went to the mall and got Young Buck pajama pants. All right, well, that's how you know. That's a good indicator that wrestling is cool again.
Well, we was before Super Evil last night. I was going toy shopping, so trying to see get some trash cans, some change,
Sure,
just seeing whatever I could play around with. And I saw a guy just randomly walking in a Bullet Club hoodie. Just like you see stuff like that still, and you didn't see that for a long time. You didn't see.
Yeah.
It was almost like if you're a wrestling fan, it was like, oh, hush, hush.
Yeah.
But like now it's starting, like it's with AEW coming out, New Japan getting more founding in here.
Sure.
WWE with the NXT, stuff like that. It's all just even Impact. Like they're just strange.
NWA Power is another popular one.
Exactly. That's coming up too.
Yeah.
Even all the indies. You got all the indies. You got Game Changer Wrestling there. Now you got there's so many like. Just in the States, there's so many little indies. I can't forget about Ring of Honor, that's another topic altogether. But there's like so much wrestling nowadays. Like I think that's the thing. Yeah. There might be more wrestling than there ever has been, actually.
Probably, yeah. As far as promotions go, yeah. I find I have a hard time. I have a hard time watching it all. I PVR everything I possibly can. And then I basically pick and choose what I watch because there's so much, right? And I'm an AEW guy right now. AEW is my thing. I love WWE, but there is just so much to watch now, right? So are you watching everything kind of?
I'm getting what I can because to me I don't pick promotions a lot of times. I pick wrestlers.
Yeah.
Like I like you. I want to see you. Like I'll watch a Finn Balor match anytime because I just think he's fantastic. And I remember his stuff as Prince Devitt from New Japan. That was really cool. But like still, John Moxley.
Yeah.
Everyone loves John Moxley. Come on, like sorry, everyone loves those John Moxley.
I do like him more since he's left WWE. To be honest.
It's like he's doing a character. He's working on his character. He's just having these these type of matches. I like to have the matches because there's that was pretty. Look at that match and there's I like to have the match, to be honest.
Yeah. Where people probably last night was one of those matches where people. Well, you said earlier. You said when you looked up at the crowd last night at one point, there was people who had horrified looks on their faces and
sitting there blood loss and looking like, why do they look so horrified? I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, Cougar Meat did a super kicked you in the mouth while you had a mouthful of thumbtacks in your mouth.
Yeah.
So
that was
that's getting gritty right
that was
there.
personal.
Yeah, no doubt.
That was personal.
Yes.
But then the knees, and that's just like knees in the head. So many times you start seeing stuff in kind of slow motion, and everything's like quiet. And you can kind of hear everything, but things are just coming at you slower, and you almost go to a spot in your head where you can really process what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Where like you're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like near the end, it's just like knee. And I'm like, you keep getting up, and you're like, what? You just
Yeah. I've got those matches recorded. I'm actually currently editing, so I'll be posting shortly, and you'll be able to relive all those moments once again.
It's really sometimes I wonder how I do this.
Yeah, me too. No doubt. Yeah. Okay, so Camaro, you've recently won the Big West Wrestling K5 tournament. You have the K5 medallion with you right now.
You never know when you're gonna need it.
It's true. So this is what I'm curious about is right now in Big West we've got your spiritual guru Davey Deals, who has the OG Big West Championship. We've got All Attitude Ace Redmond Jr. with Big Red. So I'm not sure what's going to happen between those two, how that's going to get rectified. But is your medallion good for either one of them at this point?
Well, my medallion's good to whoever's got a belt and they're cashing with a ref. Yeah, I don't care if it's the original. I don't care if it's Big Red. Like, sure, like there's things I'd love to do. Like, and don't get me wrong, everyone knows me and Ace is my best friend.
Yeah.
Like we don't see eye to eye all the time, but at the end of the day, we're still best friends.
Sure.
And everybody knows my Davey Deals, me and him don't exactly have the best history together.
Not a great rapport?
Exactly,
right.
Not a great rapport. He hits like a truck for someone who preaches about peace and love, but I don't know.
Well, it is wrestling. It is professional wrestling. So no plans for that at this point. You're basically going to hold on to that. That's basically like a Money in the Bank briefcase, except it's in medallion form.
I checked it and I don't see no expiration date. So like,
fair enough.
Sit here, sit pretty with it.
Yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy the just take it all in.
It's nice and portable. That's what I really like about the K5. It's really portable.
Yeah. And if you do somehow find a referee and you see one of them, even if it's in the mall food court, you would if you see fit, then you would take advantage of that.
I might. Management doesn't exactly like me in Big West very much, but I might.
Right.
I see they kept. It's funny, I get suspended for having a great match with Deej just because kids get involved, but Colin attacks me how many times from behind, almost puts me in the hospital, but they want to make money off that. That's none of my business, it's none of my business.
Well, it'd be interesting to see how that plays out, with the two belts being out there right now. You've got this. It seems like there's a lot, there's a lot of opportunity.
It's a good time to be a hunter, man.
Yeah,
play.
yeah. I tried to get some more information out of Mad Dog Marty Sugar about how they're going to handle the two belts right now, and I was stonewalled. I had no information coming my way. So
like me and Marty are on good terms right now, but I think the problem is because it's the committee that runs Big West.
Right.
They don't exactly like me right now because I know exactly what do they say. I'm not exactly good at listening to them.
Playing by the rules.
Yeah, I'm not
playing by their rules, maybe.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
So like, I'm gonna do what I think's right. I'm not gonna do what they say is right. If that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah. Well, it does. Well, and you are the K5 winner this year for 2019. So
exactly.
Enjoy. I'm super interested to see what happens moving forward with the K5 here.
And man, take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
One day at a time, brother.
Faux show.
Thanks for
Cheers. Hey, my pleasure. So we were talking earlier. Cougar Meat Kid Colin Cutler trained you.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And you guys aren't the best of friends anymore. Obviously, from last night we seen that. He put literally a handful of tacks in your mouth and super kicked you in the face. Do you as your trainer, are you guys still friends in any way?
I don't honestly. It's hard for me right now to be honest, because you trust someone, teach you everything you know, but then all of a sudden they just turn on you, and it's like, I just keep asking why, and I don't get any answers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only time I see him is on a promo or in a ring. He ducks me.
Yeah.
Like, I've tried to call him.
Yeah.
I tried to set up meetings. I tried to get other people to do it, but he ducks me. The only time I guess he wants to see me is when he can beat the holy hell out of me.
Wow. Well, it seems like you still have a lot of respect for Cutler, but...
Well, hey man, only sin I'm guilty of is loving too much. Because, man, like, as horrible as it is, I still love him because he taught me so much of what I am, but it's like...
Do you hear this, Colin? If you're watching, do you see what you're doing to this young man?
Oh no, it's fine. He hit me in the head all he wants, but he hasn't put me down yet.
Right. Do you feel like you've got some retribution from last night, defeating him? I mean, it was a pretty savage match.
It was, yeah, but it's just like, at one point, is it gonna end? Like, honestly, sometimes I think this is only gonna end when one of us is in the graveyard.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen. That's for sure.
I don't want that to happen either, but like, if it's me or him, brother, you know what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure it's not.
Well, he did train you well, so if nothing else, I hope you guys can patch things up down the road, and because he obviously trained you well to be the decorated star you are now, and with such a young career as you have now, it's amazing. Who was your Colin trained you? You were trained by Cougar Meat Kid. Who was your inspiration to get into wrestling?
One of my earliest memories of wrestling, and this is cliche, everyone probably says this, but I can remember the glass shattering, and I can remember just stone cold coming down to the ring and just beating the hell out of everybody. And like, that was just, to me as a kid, I was just like, oh. But then like, I remember like growing up, my stepbrothers, they didn't watch a lot of WWE. Sometimes they'd watch a lot of TNA, like early TNA, like the old pay-per-views. And I just remember the one match that gave me nightmares was when I believe it was Rhino versus Christian in the cage.
Oh yeah.
6 Sides of Steel.
Yep.
And I think it was the one where Rhino went over for the NWA heavyweight. And just covered in blood, and they were killing each other, and they gave me nightmares.
Yeah.
And now look where I am today.
You're getting covered in blood and giving kids nightmares.
Exactly.
You are the Northern Nightmare.
It's full circle.
Yeah, no doubt. We could tell last night, it was savage. You could see the look on people's faces. That's a pretty accurate thing there.
It's just like, I believe everything comes full circle.
So, do you have a favorite match that you've wrestled, or a favorite opponent?
Well, that's all right,
because you've had a lot of matches. So.
I've had a lot of matches. I've been lucky that bookers have given me a lot of good matches.
You're certainly a top young guy. So, is there a favorite person that you like that you work really well with?
Say everyone's like, oh, you and Colin have such good matches, but we're just trying to kill each other. Like that's not it. We're just trying to. He's putting his knee in my head, and I'm trying to take his head off.
Yeah.
Like that's literally what it is.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of matches stick out in my mind. One match that'll always stick out in my mind is when I lost the Thrash Championship to Danny Duggan in Penticton in August, and I won it back the next night because like. Whenever we talked earlier in this interview 3 times, I thought I was going to die. One of those times was against him because he was the first person I was hitting as hard as I could at some points, but he was not going down.
He's a large man.
He's a big man.
Yes, he certainly is.
I was throwing everything at him, and he just... No. No, but...
So that was one of your... So then wrestling, you'd want to wrestle Danny again.
Yeah, he'd
Hot shot.
I'd love to wrestle Danny again. And the funny thing is he has the Thrash title right now.
He is currently the Thrash Wrestling Champion. And who knows where the belt is. He's on the CWE tour.
Oh, he's defending it right now, man. My word to Danny Duggan. All due respect, man. You're great. Love you, brother. Hold on to her.
Just keeping it warm for you.
I'm going to shoot my shot. Can't say what's going to happen, but I'm going to throw everything I got at him again.
Well, I look forward to that. I'm actually looking forward to that. Hopefully, I love CWE. I love when they come back, when they come through the Okanagan. Excellent talent. So I just want to say my favorite match of 2019
Yeah.
is I had the pleasure. It was my first time heading to Rosman Road, to the What Happens on Rosman Road stays on Rosman Road. I recorded the death match between you and Slave, and I'll tell you that's if there's one match to me that sticks out this whole year 2019, it's that one. That is my Okanagan Wrestling Reviews match of the year. I mean, we still have some time left. There's still another month left in 2019, but for me personally, that was a savage, brutal match.
That was hard too. That's a really interesting match too, because like I have no beef with Slave at all.
No, of course.
But up until that point, like I love Slave, like family, but he beat me every time we faced off.
Mm-hmm.
And it started my first Super Evil. I thought I had him. I thought I was going to beat him, and then he ended up beating me. And I went back and I watched his other matches, and I'm like, I wasn't even close.
Mm.
Then he beat me for the Big West television title. I got to the mat, and he just took me down as quick as I got up.
Yeah.
So it was that point. I had the Thrash title. He was coming for it. It was 2 him, 0 for me. I had to beat that. I had to beat him then.
Mm-hmm.
That was no choice.
Yeah.
It was either I won or I died.
Yeah. Well,
we killed each other.
It was brutal. It was savage. That match is posted on Okanagan Wrestling Review if you want to see it. Check it out on Okanagan Wrestling Review.
Just so you don't get trouble. Viewer discretion is advised. Can't say anything now.
Absolutely. So, Cope, where do you see yourself? Where do you see your wrestling career heading at this point?
Ruff, I'm not sure, because like I'm just having the time of my life right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a ring. You want to book me? I'm gonna come wrestle. I'm gonna come. I don't care if it's 50 people. I don't care if it's 300 people. I don't care if it's 10 people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrestle. Try to give these people a hell of a show. That's just what I'm gonna do.
So, like you're an Okanagan boy. You're born and bred here.
Yeah.
Are you thinking of sticking around in this area, or would you go elsewhere if there was opportunity, if opportunity presented itself?
Well, if opportunity presented itself, I'm gonna have to take up on that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd love to go back to Japan. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Europe's really hot right now. It'd be sweet to go to Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And Mexico might be cool too.
What about there's you see New Japan just is about to start North American New Japan here pretty quick.
That would be something else, to be honest. That would be something else.
Yeah.
I'm a huge New Japan fan.
Oh, no doubt. Wrestling fans really. I mean, if you don't watch New Japan, you certainly should. There's some top talent there, like in the world, and pretty much most of the top wrestlers now have spent some time in Japan, or at least New Japan.
Look at them. We got Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm.
We got AJ Styles. As much as everyone, the club right now, which is in my opinion one of the most slept on tag teams. They're fantastic. I love everything they do. Kenny Omega.
Like Anderson and Gallows, you're talking about?
Gallows.
Yeah,
they're just fantastic.
Yeah.
They're a great tag team.
Yeah.
Look at the Magic Killer. Everyone uses the Magic Killer.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah.
And then look, Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega was arguably still one of the biggest new wrestlers on the planet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he still is for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
John Moxley was in New Japan. That was like blowing everyone.
Cody, of course.
Cody was in New Japan. Hangman Page, who I guarantee this now. Hangman Page is something else we're gonna see.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just fantastic. A guy who just.
He will eventually have the AEW championship. There's no doubt about it.
Of course, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah. So if I think you probably end up back in Japan at some point. And with the fact that you've already been there, that's a pretty good item on your resume. So right on.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So Cope, you've got some matches coming up.
Yeah.
For the rest of running out the rest of 2019 here, we've got Thrash Wrestling Super Evil Fallout coming up November 29th. So that's next weekend.
That's next weekend. I think I got the match. Management got me today. The match announced is me versus Moore versus Slade versus Cutler in the Fatal 4-Way.
Wow.
That's going to be violent.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
So Fatal 4-Way, no elimination, just Fatal 4-Way.
Pretty sure that's what, but until they announce. They might change it.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Card subject to change.
Yes, of
How
course.
wrestling works, kids.
As always.
Yeah.
November 30th, Bittersweet Revenge, Thrash Wrestling presents just right around the corner here at the Green. One of my favorite venues for sure.
Awesome.
It's walking distance for me, for this old man. That pretty much wraps up Thrash Wrestling. Big West has 2 more shows in 2019. So the Holiday Wrestling Spectacular in Kelowna, December 6th. Rutland. And then December 7th, Big West Wrestling presents Santa Slam, and that is in Summerland. And that basically wraps up all of the professional wrestling in the Okanagan for 2019. Already shows are being booked for 2020. And I'm sure you'll be involved in that as well.
Hopefully, if they won't put up with me for another year.
Yeah, well, it seems like they probably do. You're definitely a draw. The fans love you. So I look forward to seeing you wrestle more, Cope, and I think everybody else will. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. The Northern Nightmare, Camaro Cope, thank you so much. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. Thanks for having me, Ruff. It was a good time.
My pleasure. We've been planning this for quite a while, so.
Hey, funny thing, we're supposed to do this on Canadian Thanksgiving. Your schedules got messed up, but don't worry, we're doing it on American Thanksgiving. So we still did it on Thanksgiving.
Yep, it's done.
Exactly.
Right? So we'll do this again if you're interested in coming back.
Well, anytime you want to crack me a cold one and have me ramble for a couple minutes.
Well, that's pretty much my show. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we just have a couple drinks and talk about wrestling. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Learned something about the Northern Nightmare here, and tune in again. Thank you guys so much. Peace.
See you next time.